swear some days. It's 2 a.m. in the morning. It's Sunday, the 17th of September, 2023. Very somber. Weaver, John C. Roseman, California. Look, it gets harder and harder to listen to the news on some occasions. Not so damn political, but the local news is becoming more replete with people getting shot and killed. Now, granted, some people don't like the law enforcement at all. They don't like police or sheriffs. It's those guys out there who are causing more issues than anything else, apparently. But I keep looking at the damn zeros and ones out there. They got complete of videos going back a few years of how law enforcement is the enemy number one. It keeps reiterating itself, and you have people out there are focused more heavily on trying to embarrass the cops sometimes. You know, they've got them out. They've got people out there trying to do what they view as the constitutional thing of putting the deputies on notice at this point. Go into public places where there's law enforcement and basically irritate the living crap out of them by trying to be polite. Irritation by omission. They're trying to hold people accountable and transparent. And at times, we are testing people's limit on this one here. Well, I got a constitutional right for being over here. So I got a constitutional right for hitting this camera. I got a constitutional. I'm constitutional. I'm constitutional. You guys don't have any fucking decency, do you, assholes? Why do you need to put a camera and shove it in people's faces and say, "Don't you touch me! I got a camera!" You can't even go into a place without somebody going ape over a damn camera. Or people having conniption fits over the damn thing because, my God, the cameras are anathema. They don't belong here. Why are they here? We need to hold people accountable. We need to hold people accountable. Well, right now, I would suggest you keep those damn cameras to yourself and don't keep pointing them in deputies' faces. Otherwise, you're going to find worse things than that. Every time we get a deputy shooting at this point over here, these guys are getting more and more testier. And they got a right to. I mean, some people actually don't like law enforcement, or if they do and they got respect for them, they don't respect them. I don't care what actions they're trying to say on the damn camera. You point a camera in front of a deputy at this point over here, and they're going to be very, very testy by the damn situation. Unless, of course, you're going to be putting yourself in a situation or feel like you're in a situation where you have to use the camera as a weapon. Not hitting people, but just filming the living crap out of them and realize that things are happening. I know you want to get them on camera, want to keep them accountable, and put your bones out there on video land. Not to mention you have some of the other guys sitting in the studios commenting about all this stuff. Yeah, I've seen quite a few of them. Sometimes I don't understand why other people don't cut other people slack. Yeah, I haven't had any experiences recently about having run-ins with deputies. All I keep running into is the damn zeros and ones out there. And at least out here in Roseman, we got very few deputies to run into to have a conniption fit over. And not to mention, we're also having conniption fits with each other, apparently. So we have to put them on camera and embarrass the living crap out of people because that's the only way we're going to be able to get through our lives, isn't it? Just by a lot of it. I get too much problems with the zeros and ones out there on social media, especially when it comes down for Google and its YouTube situation. Not to mention Facebook, locking into all those Karen situations. People having conniption fits all over the place, and we have to put that on air and make it funny. There used to be times when we can actually try to stay the hell out of each other's way by not trying to irritate each other. Or you see these young guys out there with their cameras, and it's got to go into places left and right. We got to see what's going on in here. My God, they're Scooby Doo investigators. They got to see a mystery of what's happening in a public place. They got to drive post offices crazy. They got to try private property crazy. Oh, I love this one. I love this one. Out in Bakersfield, we got knowheads out there walking up and down streets. Oh, we're just taping. We got a First Amendment right. One of these here days, that excuse is not going to protect him as much. I'm on private property. Oh, wait a second. I should be on public property. Okay, here I am. I'm on the sidewalk. You can't do anything. I'm protected. Sure you are. I'll call the cops. And even the cops will have an issue with you. The thing is, sometimes the cameras are your friend, and other times the camera is a pain in the ass to deal with. Especially when you have people in places that don't like cameras being shoved in their faces, even if they are private and corporate or public. When you have places like post office, I notice ours have cameras in different areas, and they keep them for security purposes. But they also want to make sure that they've got the other people under surveillance because we have to make sure the customer service is always right. Not always. I've been in the business far too damn long and seen too much shit. Even without the damn cameras, the customer service is not exactly 100%. The customer is not always right. The customer is a belligerent pain in the ass. Word gets out if one guy actually speaks out against the customer and tells them, look, your behavior is not welcome. You're yelling and screaming at things beyond my control, your control, and you're just freaking out because you're having a conniption fit for whatever reason that's going on in your head. I had those days, believe me. Even while we had the cameras of the 80s stuck around in different stores left and right, we still had to be on our best behavior because the other camera we had to watch out for is our own employees with their own eyes, and also managers walking by just observing things and listening things. I worked in stores like that. I worked in places like that. You are never on a. Let's just say you're always under scrutiny, one way or another. And when you're working customer service, it's the hardest damn job to do because people pleasing is a pain in the ass at times. Especially if you got a guy who's already got to burr up his ass anyway. Or a lady who's having a conniption fit for whatever reason she's got. I say because I've been through it. These days, in the past 20 years, I've been out of the retail. Has it been 20 years? No, not quite. 10 or 15 years. Okay, I'm gonna buy that one. I mean, it's been out since 2012, so about 10 or 11 years. And yeah, I did work Walmart, and I did hear people having conniption fits, where management didn't give a shit in the first place. Yeah. Oh yeah, there was been a couple of times where even employees got chewed out because they got involved, and it's been a long while. I can't say I'm glad to be out of retail hell, or ecstatic about it. You don't get out of retail hell that easily unless you get injured enough where you say enough's enough and you don't want the pain anymore. One way or another. But getting out on the streets and promoting and provoking at the same time while shouting out you're protected under the First Amendment, it's your right to stick a camera in people's faces. It's no wonder people have a conniption fit over that one because they don't want to deal with it. They don't. Get these damn things cleaned. It's just as bad as I'm going to take my cell phone camera walking around this campus over here. Now, granted, this is private property, but it's out in public view. So if we're talking about legal status, it's iffy at best. But for the individuals, when they don't want to be on camera and they're telling you about it, and you say, "Oh, I got a First Amendment right," you're just asking for trouble. You are asking for trouble. Now, if I happen to walk this damn thing, this cell phone of mine, into a crowded area, let's say the public area is going to be the post office around here. I know that they got cameras in the area monitoring. Are they working? I don't know. But me going under and saying, excuse me, you can't do that. I didn't got a constitutional right to put this on record here, okay? I want to see what you guys are doing behind the camera there. Behind the counter. Sir, please leave. No, I got a constitutional right to have this shoved in your face so I can keep track of what the hell you're doing so you're not screwing over people left and right. Now, I had said a long time ago regarding cameras, small ones and large ones, that, and I should have been maybe a little bit more clear on that one. They offer a 50-50 on us. They're a double-edged sword on us. Yeah, they'll keep us theoretically open and honest, but at the same time, they'll irritate the living crap out of us where we don't need these damn things shoved in our faces. And then we keep thinking that they are the First Amendment right. They're also showing a perspective and context. If I'm going to be showing a context around some people, I want to see how these people are acting and reacting. I want the confrontation. I'm not saying it out loud. I am broadcasting it, though. Now, if they ask me if I'm a photojournalist, for the record, I ain't. I'm not. Never have been. Didn't want to. But I'd taken the class a long time ago. Still didn't know much. But for me to put people on camera, there's going to be a good reason on that one. Now, the things I usually do when I'm doing a camera shot, maybe some of these people are looking like, what's he doing with this camera? What I'm doing with the camera at this point is if I'm going to see weather phenomena, I'll take a shot of it. I'm always trying to capture something in the sky that's going to be photographic. I don't sell it, but I like looking at the damn thing. It's a personal hobby of mine. We get moisture in the air. We get cloud formations. We get sun that gets occluded. We get sun rays coming out of it. You see shadows in the sky. And it's like, oh, that's awesome. Camera goes off. I'm trying to get the best angle of it while trying to avoid people at all costs because I don't want any confrontation with people. Someone's going to say, "What are you doing?" I'm saying, "I'm taking pictures of this." See that? That's what I want. I don't want you in the picture. You're spoiling the shot. Now, if I want something in a shot, I'll put it in a shot. A static building for context. Where I'm shooting at, how I'm shooting it, in what direction, and whatever I'm shooting it as. Because that I can use. A physical place I can use as a context. But now when I'm going to be walking up and down the street with a camera, or even a camera phone saying, I gotta find a shot. I gotta find a shot. Oh, look! There's a public place. There's a guard out there. Let's see if we can piss him off. What do you think you're doing? I'm standing on a sidewalk. You're on record. I'm doing this for First Amendment rights. Turn that damn camera off. No. I got First Amendment rights. No, you don't. Yes, I do. I'm on the public side. You're on the private side. You knock that off. As I said before, when I'm on YouTube or even on Facebook, let's say on Facebook, those video sections, they show this crap all the damn time. These people have some kind of fetish of having a camera stuck in people's faces and getting a thrill of the damn thing. I mean, it's one thing if they're going to be junk fishing in a river and trying to pull up junk, whatever kind of things they can recycle or collect, and then running into the cops because of some Karen, regardless of who and what they are, complains to the cops saying, he's doing something wrong, we know it. And then the cops come over and try to figure out what the hell's going on. Sometimes the cops are going to be a pain in the ass and others they're not. We haven't got any rivers out here in Southern California that we can actually do that, so we don't do it. But we do have places out there, public and private, that, sometimes they got a problem with it. Now, me, if I'm going to be walking into a public place, I am not doing a camera shot. I don't need to. I don't want to. It's not needed. It's not what I'm there for to take a shot of. Unless, of course, there's going to be something happening that probably needs to be recorded for history or posterity's sake or even for my own damn records. Then. And here's the funny part about the California laws out here. Now, let's just say if I'm outside, it's almost public. It's open season out here for the damn cameras. It's in a public area. Common areas. In this place, it's illegal to record. They got it on record. They have the law and they have the statute out there. Now, I'm going to have to get me one of those signs and post them outside, probably at my window inside here, but post it out there. And post it over here. And post it over here. Saying that this place is under 24-hour surveillance. I'm going to have to get me one of those signs. Because next time I have somebody coming over here, they're going to be feeling uncomfortable associated. Can you take us down? Nope. Why are you doing this? Because this is my place and I need to get it on record. Well, can you not do it? Nope. This is against your lease. Nope. Because I looked at my lease and my lease doesn't say it. We've had... Now, personally, I haven't heard any stories. I haven't seen any action, so I don't know whether or not if we have people breaking it or not. I've heard up and down the streets of break-ins happening, but on the property here, it could happen. It could happen. Does it give me the right to put up the signs? It probably does. And I'll probably tell them, yeah, well, if I'm going to have people coming around wanting to do some stuff, and that thing of it is, I'm letting these idiots know that they're going to be on camera. And that way, maybe the signs will save their ass, maybe it won't. But for me, it gives me an excuse to put them on camera and say that because of California section and statute, whatever the hell it is. Speaking of which, Alrighty. Uh, let's see. Now, one thing when you have to be recorded. Morning, Mama. How you doing? Talking to my dog. What I'm trying to find out is the state of California, say if there's any kind of statute on this one. Give me a few minutes. I got a dog that's looking at me, asking me to take her out. So back again. Well, I also took a bit of a moment to research that law. There's a penal code out there. Penal Code 631. Part 1 of Crimes and Punishment and Title 15 of Miscellaneous Crimes. Chapter 1.5 Invasion of Privacy. From section 630 through 638.55. Basically, you can't do it in sneaky. Which means if I got somebody over here, I can't just have a camera hidden and just get them recorded. I gotta have it publicized. I gotta have a public sign. I need to let them know that they're on record. This may be my own home, but they call it wiretapping. And they have this statue out there. A lot of people will say, no, this is my own home. I can do whatever I want. Not necessarily, not everything. Especially when it comes down for trying to tape things left and right. You got to put people on. You have to tell them what the hell's going on. Which means, as I said before, I got to get signs out there. If I'm going to be recording in here for any reason, then I have to have it blatant apparent. Now, I could use it for security purposes. I haven't had any break-ins, but just to let people know that they're going to get photographed. Out here, it's in public view. Outside of my doors, it's in public view. But people say, no, it's on private property, and therefore, I don't have to be photographed. Well, the problem is, if you're going to be committing a crime at this point over here, yeah, you do. And in this property, we do have cameras on this property watching. You don't know which one's working. You don't know which ones are not on and operational. Some of them just laugh their heads off. Well, maybe. But I'd rather be on record on that one for you anyway. I know I started this video out saying that I've got a, situation regarding the cops getting their asses kicked left and right, and how people are antagonizing the cops. So I'm just going to conclude this one saying, please don't. They're on a manhunt for a bastard who actually killed one of them. Not exactly too happy and too recipient. Give him a break.